Okay, so move on. In time question, the most important type of error or the type of problem what do we face in ATP question, that is the accuracy of the time, measuring the time accurately. For that purpose, I will let you know how to manage this problem. Okay, let's start with that. A student investigates a time period or period of the pendulum. Period of the pendulum means basically that is the time period. Okay, so figure 1.1 and 1.2 shows the arrangement. 1.1 shows the simple pendulum at its horizontal, yani at its equilibrium position, and at a height x from the table, and length of the simple pendulum till the center of the center of the sphere or center of the bob is L. That is given to you. Okay, and in second diagram, do you know what is shown? That this is a sort of vibration, or in simple words, for one complete vibration or one oscillation, it is shown. Okay, simple pendulum starts to vibrate. Let's say it is zero position, it is one, then it is going back to position number two, and it is three, and then it is coming back to position number four, or you can say two, and this is three. So all these four positions are there. Okay, so this is one oscillation. So when one oscillation is there, so we can say that the time taken for one oscillation is basically yani the time period. Okay, so this is given that d is given to you 120 centimeter above the ground. How much d is there? D is 120 meter, sorry, 120 meter above the ground. So when it is 120 meter, 120 centimeter, I think it is 20 centimeter, yes, 120 centimeter above the ground, the distance d remains constant throughout the experiment. This is a constant what you have to consider, that this is your constant. Okay, is
Okay.
it clear?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the calculate sorry, the adjust the length L of the simple pendulum to 70 centimeter. That 70 centimeter length is mentioned there, that you have how much length? You have the length of 70 centimeters. So this is basically the total length of the simple pendulum, including the uh, center of the bob or radius of the bob. Now moving on, if I say that he calculate the distance x between the center of the pendulum bob and the floor, record the value of x in the first row of the table 1.1. Okay, table 1.1. So the student displacements, yani what did you do? You have to measure this x. So table 1.1 is there. Here the values have been measured. Isko bolo class. Values have been there. 50 centimeter x, this reading is 50 centimeter. 50.0 is mandatory. As I told you, that symmetry marks are there. Okay, the consistency marks and symmetry marks are there. The student displaces the bob slightly and releases it so that the swings. Figure 1.2 shows one complete oscillation of the pendulum. One complete oscillation of the pendulum. Remember this thing. This is just for one complete oscillation. He measures and record the values. Record in record the first row of the table. ये क्या कर रहा है यार? He measures. Yes, that is done. Okay, sorry. Fluctuates from my side. I don't know. Is it fluctuating on your side as well? Hello. Do you people hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so correct. Okay, calculate and record the first row of table 1.1, the time period t of the simple pendulum. Oh, I was at this point. Mm, he measures and records the first row of the table 1.1, the time t of 10 complete oscillations. What to do? The time for 10 complete oscillations. Calculate and record the first row of table 1.1, the time period of the simple pendulum, the time period of the time for one complete oscillation. Simply speaking, this instruction is to measure the time period. So just consider. Column headings will be asked to you. I think कॉलम हेडिंग्स का कहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है? हाँ, कंप्लीट द कॉलम हेडिंग्स इन टेबल 1.1. So once this question is with you, what you have to do, that centimeter is made into x is made into centimeter, time is made into seconds, time is made into seconds, and time square is made into second square. So this is important. All correct, 1 mark. Once all correct, you will score 1 mark. Then this is done. Yes, I was at this time period. So time period is how much? You have the time of 10 oscillations. This time is given to you. When this time is given to you, just divide it by 10. This time is basically equal to total time divided by 10. Okay, and that is equals to 1.67. Ab problem kya hai? The problem is, did you see two decimal places for a digital clock? For digital clock, we have the accuracy level of 0.01 seconds, and we have, I mean, we have to know that. And this is what this is here, it is mentioned, and that is why I have to place it 1.67. What I have to do, I have to place it 1.67. Is it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now you have to take square of that, and when you are going to take square of that, what will you consider? That the decimal places are two still, so you have to write the number to two decimal places.
So
Okay.
basically, just follow the number pattern that's been given in the table, right?
Yes, exactly. The number pattern matters a lot. The sequence is important. Whatever the number of decimal places are there, they must be followed because of the due to consistency in a mark. Okay,
Oh, okay. Get that.
is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So now we will move on. This all is given to you, so you have completed calculating and record the first row of time square. You are done, so you will get all these marks. Now, the let's talk about the gradient. Sorry, graph of that. He repeats the procedure and using the value of x is equal to 45 centimeter, 40 centimeter, 35 centimeter, and 30 centimeter. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to record it, and you have to, fix it in the table. So some values are given as a hint: 45 centimeter, 40 centimeter, 35 centimeters, and 30. So it would be written 35.0, 45, 30, sorry, 30.0, 35, 40, and 45.0 at all. Rest everything is given to you, so no problem at all. Now the instructions are: plot a graph of time square at y-axis against x at x-axis. So simply speaking, that what are the variables? One variable is your time square, and the second variable is what? Second variable is your x. Okay, are you getting that point?
Yeah.
So you have to plot these points in such a way that one variable should be on x-axis, which is x mentioned here. Okay, so what is the unit of x? X is into centimeters, so that is done. Then time square has unit second square, so that is along y-axis. So use code a s p l. So a mark is given to you. X is labeling and all that stuff. The second is plotting, sorry, scaling. So scaling means the value of x is, we have 5 and 5 square, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5 squares. It is a squared grid. So x is having the variation from 30 to 50. So it is your choice, because there is instruction that you do not need to start, you do not need to start the axis from 0 0. So if you will do that, your x graph would be considered as incorrect graph.
Also, if they're mentioning that then we have an obligation that we don't have to start from zero.
Yes, that is.
get that.
Okay, so it is not mentioned, yani, there is no information about the origin, then you are supposed to have uh, it is your choice according to the graph you have, or according to the scale you have, or according to the range of the values you have. Okay, ji?
Yeah, got it.
So this is basically important, you know, so a sort of, why? Because once you are going to once you are going to plot this na, scale this, so scaling के बाद आपको मैंने बोला था, it was the plotting is the main point, so that will be affected. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. अब आप देखो टाइम स्क्वायर की वैल्यू कहाँ से कहाँ जा रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर टाइम स्क्वायर वैल्यू इज फ्रॉम 2.79 to 3.61. So can I say that, let's say it is 2.50 to 4.0, that is 1 hour. If you start from 2 and just make it 4, that is also correct. So 2 to 4, there are the values. So you just see 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4. So you can even write this 4.0000. It does not matter. I mean, it does not have that much impact in scaling, but it is appreciated that the values are plotted according to the values which are scaled or which are mentioned on the axis. And then the value of x-axis is starting from 30 to 50. So 35, sorry, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So it is very, easy approach, no problem at all. And this tells you that one small square along x-axis is equals to how much? 0.5. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
And what about
one
the?
thing. May I ask a question?
Yes, yes.
Um, I remember like I asked my teacher about like line of best fit and stuff. She said that when the lines are all like like when all the points are in a straight line, the line of best fit is supposed to cross through all the points.
But
Actually, I
examiner
have.
never gives you that type of data which exactly is all the points are on the line. uh, Actually, when we discuss these issues with examiner in workshops, the examiners, Cambridge examiners, they're supposed to tell us that it is not possible that the data will be on I mean all the points will be on the line.
Mhm.
Are you getting
So,
it?
but you plotted now on the graph, is that the line of best fit?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The line that is made on the graph, like right now, currently, is that the line of best fit?
Yes, I'm moving on there, just step by step. Okay, Ji. So plotting is that type of thing. So you have completed the plotting, sorry, scaling, and in plotting, the points are very easy to plot. Just one thing, that one small square along y-axis there is equal to what? What is the value of that one? It is 0.000.5. So it means it is 0.005, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah.
So because once you will multiply this 0.005 by 10, you will get 0.050. So that is the gap. So this will help you out to make the concept clear. So after the plotting, Yani, if I consider that all the points have been plotted properly because the cross pattern is there, that is fine. Then yes, only yeah, this is a big point, but there is an exemption, no issue at all. Okay, anyhow, move on. Now the line of best fit. For example, if I say that in this line, if I consider this as above, and this as below, right? And this as above, because they both are uh, having the same distance from the line, and this as below, right? Then this is the only point by which the line is passing through. So this is line of best fit. Got it?
Got
So
it.
plotting mark will be given to you, line of best fit will be given to you. Right? Then state whether the graph shows that time square is proportional to x. Give a reason for your answer statement. So I told you that there are only two justifications for proportional. One is directly proportional, second one is inversely proportional. That if your y-axis is divided by your x-axis and that gives you a constant number for several values, then you can say that it is proportional, right? Directly proportional. Or if the line is straight and passes through origin, this is another identification for directly proportional. Okay. And if your y is multiplied by x and that is giving you a constant number for several values, I mean almost all the values, then you can say that is inversely proportional, right? Inversely proportional. Is this clear to all?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, so this line is straight but with negative gradient. With there is no way to pass through origin. That is why I don't write it. The line passes through origin. So you can simply say that the line is line of sorry, the line of best fit is straight but not passing through origin with negative gradient. So it is not in proportional to each other. For that check, I can take several values. For example, for 35, sorry, for 30 into what is the value of this point? 30.51. Is it?
Almost.
51, 52, 53, 54, 56, 57, 58. No, 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 no. Okay.
I
This
think it
is,
would be 3.5.
oh, yes, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, and 4.0. Yes, it is 3.60. Is it? So this value is 3.60. So 30 into 3.60. Just make one calculation, please, for me. Then I can make another calculation. For example, at any
Finish the
point,
calculation again, sir.
30 into 3.6.
30.
108.
108. Okay. Then select any point on the line. For example, for 40, the value of the line which is passing through, that is 30, 3.00, 3.1, and yeah, 3.1,
One.
3.15, 16, you can say, right?
Yeah.
40 into 3.16. Yes, multiply that.
14 to 3.16. 126.4.
126.1. Just check
Point
any
four.
other value which you consider that the value is very clear to you. For example, this value for 50, it is how much? 2.75, isn't it?
2.752. Yeah.
What is the number?
60 into
Huh?
2.75. Wait. The above one was 126.4.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Next.
The third one is 137.5.
Okay, it means the values are not consistent. Are you getting my point? So this is the reason you will write that no, it is not proportional. Are you getting my point? This is the time square is not proportional to x, okay? Because once you have to write this, you will score nothing. Only this nothing. But time square is not proportional to x because line is not passing through origin. Okay, and time square into x is not constant throughout. Okay, ji? So this can be one more induction. So you can score 1 mark here, but it is better to write according to the proper justification. Now explain why the time of 10 oscillation is given. This is the most important uh, question asked in your oscillation uh, topic, that why 10 oscillation gives more accurate result for the time period than that of the timing 1 oscillation. So can anybody tell me?
It's harder to calculate the time period for one
Yes.
oscillation.
It
I mean, it
reduces,
reaction time.
yeah, it reduces the human response error. Or you can write one more thing, that it decreases the response time. Sorry, it increases the response time, which causes the removal of random error. R R इसी को आगे ये लिख सकते हो आप लोग कि R the sorry, यहाँ से आगे causes the increase in accuracy of time, या accuracy of investigation you can say. Okay जी, investigation. So this was basically all about this script. What do you have? So अब आप लोग देखो कि what did you learn from this all? This was the graph practice. The entire questions were the graph practice. So for the weekend, I will give you a sort of 3 assignments. One, balancing questions. Second, time measurements. And third, the questions which includes graphs. Right? This weekend is dedicated for your ATPs. So that all will be inshallah done. Then after that, I will discuss about question number 4, okay, of your ATP.
Got it.
Then your ATP will be fully in your grip. But one more thing I wanted to request you all, that meanwhile I would be discussing ATP questions with you. You people are advised to take your yearlies and submit general physics test so that we can figure out the areas. For example, one area is the area of your lenses measurements that needs practice of yours. So I will give you some time. You people need, yani, this is what I'm talking, that you people need to work on uh, space physics, mostly electromagnetism, electromagnetic, sorry, the magnetic spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum I have discussed with you, but uh, that is not properly prepared. So I request you all to go through the notes on this weekend, so that most of the things should be in your